Okay. I mean, work out, eat, get your ass in bed. But you kept not going to sleep. It's like you lay down, but you didn't want to go to sleep. You was sleepy though, but you was like a little tired. You wasn't really watching.
You watched Shark Tank.
Yeah, but you wasn't really watching it. We did watch it. I enjoyed watching it from the bed. I couldn't even never claim to be a coffee drinker really. I still don't know that I would be, you don't know addiction though until you, no matter what it is, unless you've experienced it. But I still can't see myself being addicted to where I feel like I need my coffee,
5G's popping back up now. And I wish I could find
I'm impressed.
That original one, because whatever I have read, that video, whatever I have read, it made all the sense in the world.
Because I was like, they got everybody forget about that.
Right, and I couldn't find it. How did they know it was going to be a pandemic? Because they knew that already.
They did know.
Obama left.
They tried to do it on his watch.
They tried to do it. You right.
Maybe he ended. That was where H1N1 was supposed to be.
No, but
they
it was
tried
towards the end of his presidency. No,
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, so I'm saying maybe the technology, they didn't get it up and running soon enough.
Mm-hmm. They really wanted that to happen for him.
Either way. I'm saying, how did they know though? You know what I mean? Like, how you know to the point where you're preparing the next president for it?
Cause they.
No, I'm saying, so I really do think that it has something to do with the 5G stuff, because that is something that's finite. Like, they know that's coming out, and the technology, they know radio waves, they know whatever kind of waves, how it fucks with people stuff. So that's radiation. They know that. So I'm saying, like, I could see them knowing that, you know what, this is gonna cause, this. But it's either that or somebody had it and they were threatening to release it. I mean, on that superpower level thing, and they were threatening to release it, and then they knew they couldn't stop it or something, and they just said, hey, it's coming. Other than that, how are you going to predict something that you don't know about? If it came from a bat in China, supposedly, them eating a bat or whatever the fuck, how the fuck you know that in advance to tell the next president that, you know what, it's probably going to be a pandemic? To the point where fucking Bill Gates can fucking plan all this other. How is it that this is a surprise? So I can go with the 5G, because 5G would make sense to me with Bill Gates, because that's a technology thing, and I can get that. I can go with that. The bat thing is kind of hard for me to go with. I could go with it if nobody knew and nobody was warning anybody, and it's just something that just happened. But that's not the way it went down. Like, so how is it that somebody knows when the pandemic is about to happen? So that circles back to the 5G stuff. And I don't know if people's mindset is like that, but when I turned it on, I heard some people talking about 5G, and I heard people talking about government trying to control and all that. And on the way home, they were talking about how, eventually they're going to try to make it like the social score that China have, and all that kind of stuff. But people were talking about, how they had knockout, drag out, fights with their family members and stuff, and especially over the kids, and like this one dude said that just, they agreed that they wasn't gonna have their kids vaccinated, and then his mother-in-law, her mom, told his wife to go and get the kids vaccinated behind my back. And he's like, and that's just that he's like, I was done then. He's like, I know, but he's like, that's just something, he's like, I'm already worried about my kid coming home saying, oh, we got a shot today. You know, he's like, so I tell people, be careful what you sign, whatever your kids bring home, look it over with a magnifying
And now
glass.
you need a whole nother talk with your kids to say, don't let them take
Right.
you to the nurse's office because they'll line them up without your knowledge. And they will tell the kids, and the kids have been trained to respect authority and to do what your teacher
Well, these
says.
kids, these people telling their kids don't let nobody do nothing to you. Somebody's kid was trapped in the school. This was another country though, and once the kids go into school, they can't come out until the end of the day. So like a parent can't come up there and nothing get their kid out until the end of the day.
That's always alarming to me, but go ahead.
Yeah. So they found out they was giving the fucking vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, one parent went up there trying to get in there, couldn't get in there, whatever. And according to this person's story, they said the only reason their kid got out was that he was screaming outside the nurse's window at the school and told him, if you give my kid a shot, I will fucking kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he got his kid or whatever. But they were just saying that the school is going to be doing some, you know, some stuff that y'all need to, you know,
Yeah, be aware.
be aware of, right? And this one lady was talking, she was saying all that stuff too. She was like, well, you know, I pull my kids out anyway, and I'm always schooling now, so, you know, I'm just warning y'all. But
Not to mention this other stuff that's happening to these people, and I don't think they deserve for that to happen, and they should not. And I know that it's hard, and I know people gotta work. But at a certain point, you need to just go ahead and, if your kid is old enough to stay at home by themselves, you need to take them out of that school. If it gets to that point, either that or be ready to deal with certain things periodically. Like particularly with people with, and it's even harder for them, people with special needs kids. You know what I mean? Because when they come home and now your special needs kids don't want to go back to school and they got nigger written all on their neck and the other students did it to them, and then you talk to the principal and the principal says, well, kids do these things for TikTok and Instagram and stuff. That's the principal's explanation? That means to me that the teacher and the principal is like-minded, and the students probably didn't even do that. The teachers probably did that shit to your kid. So just figure something out. I mean, I know it's hard. It's obstacles. We're going to have to jump through some hoops.
I'm talking about COVID shots. You went all on the nigga, man. Anyway.
But yeah, they doing it without people's and they're doing it in the name of other stuff. Flu shots.
Yeah.
Cause just like what you were saying, how some people, you know, they still okay with flu shots, but not that shot.
Some people change. He's like, they became all irritable and, you know, can't even have a conversation with him.
Have you seen DL lately? He look completely different, and I don't know if his eyes are changing, but his eyes look gray now. They did look like they was on a lighter brown side. They look gray, and his energy is different. It is different.
So I was surprised how many people was chiming in on that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was their friends, it was, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, and think about kids too, like vaccines in general. Like they were like, you know, we didn't have ADD and autism and all that stuff long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they was like, you know, and kids can't express themselves, you know, when they that young, so you don't know what it's really doing to them and how it's making them feel and affecting them and everything like that.
Yeah. And they don't know how to express emotional changes. If it's an emotional brain fog, they don't know how to articulate brain fog.
So it's just like they were just saying, like, why are they mad? Like maybe they have some regrets that they don't want to admit, or they don't want to admit something that you may have told them. Mm-hmm. But you know, they are saying that it's got to be something in in the shit to make people like that. And then that led me to think, what if they can make you know, like it addictive? They can put something in there to make them addicted to it. Excuse me.
They did it with the food. Ain't no reason why they could.
Fuck. If they did some shit like, well, they ain't got enough of it if it's gonna feel like sugar, but you know what I mean. If they can
Yeah.
make it.
Just, and how about just don't try to talk people into it? You know what I mean? We don't try to talk you out of it. You know what I mean? Don't talk me into it just like I didn't talk you out of it. You know how I be I be teasing? That's really grounds for divorce.
She told, she said, get it behind his back and don't say anything and just act like nothing. That's what she told her daughter to do.
But they've been married long enough to know that she would do what her mama said.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's it. But why does that bother you so much that I won't get that? You know what I mean? And he be there like, it ain't like they be saying, oh, I'm so concerned you might die. They're cussing me out. But then they was
and, you know, they act like, oh, you're like people that aren't getting it, you're affecting everybody else. But I'm staying my ass at home. Like, I'm not getting it, and I'm not being around you. Or how about commit to not being around me since you know I'm not?
But the thing is,
okay, well, yell at them here.
If I don't have it, how you gonna get it from me?
And they don't have no questions about all the people that get it after they get the shot.
Oh,
they still assume they get it somewhere else. They will not attach it to having got put in them. Yeah, you must have been around an unvaccinated person.
But that makes them negate the whole thing. Is why did you get your fucking
right?
You didn't get your vaccine, so you would only be able to be around vaccinated people. You got your vaccine, so you would have your freedom to be around whoever the fuck you want to be around. That, I mean, to my knowledge. But then when they fucking tighten it back up on you, you don't lash out at them. You lash out at the people that ain't got nothing to do with it. We just sitting over here chilling. So when your master tells you, oh, well, now, you know, you can have freedom, and you're like, okay, I'll do this. And then your master say, well, you know what? Nah, you can't do this. And then you get mad at somebody else. And then there's some people that try to tell people how to get it out of their body.
Yeah, I wonder if they can ever. I just think it's... I would like to think, though, that in case, like, if anybody just snuck me with the needle, I would like to think that I could OD, I don't know, on Rick or something.
I think there's stuff to treat, but
I'm talking about
as far as getting it to go away,
yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's a done deal once it's in.
To me, you can't undo it. But
yeah, I agree.
And I was looking at some rooms. You know, I was scrolling with my thumb.
I didn't expect for you to.
Yeah, but you would think that for many people is in there, like.
No, you would think.
And then they're talking about.
I know some smart kids out there, but I know what I'm dealing with. I have no illusions just about what we dealing with.
Yeah, then there's the one room. I'm just going by subject matter, but before they let you on the stage, you have to follow all the moderators on the stage.
I've seen that. They do that a lot on Clubhouse.
And that's what she's trying to say. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't make me follow some just because. And if I do follow, I might just unfollow.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
You know, then like you have to do that, and you have to have something attached. You know, like linked to your Instagram.
I bet I don't.
This and this and this and that. Then you go in other rooms, nobody got nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's up on you. And you gonna try to invite me to the stage knowing I don't have nothing.
Right.
So you know, I don't know what that is you put up there, that link, but that is not the product. That's not it at all. You know. She's like, oh well, you know, we just try to. Well, what is it again? We just try to, you know. It's like, well, that's not it. Oh, and then religion always pops up too. But I guess you could stay longer than the 48 hours. He was like, and he's like, He's like, so, you know, we might have a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Where we come and take your stuff.
No thanks. No drills for me. Not for my personal shit.
Now I was like, okay, so now this is turning into a remote location.
Yeah, no.
Hunt the hunted, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
On somebody's property.
Nope. One of my gun girls got sponsorship though from a holster company, I think. So good for her. Oh, my dude, the new Black Panther dude that I be listening to sometimes, they took his page again, so he got another page. So I follow enough people that follow him, so whenever he get a page taken, the one that said his page got censored at one point.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So he got another page. Follow that page.
But,
and then another chick that I... Go ahead. What did you say?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just talking about just like how people get censored. That's all. Like they know, okay, they censor you, but they know you're going to make another page.
They know exactly what they're doing. I think they make it.
Discourage you.
I think they're slowing down. I think they discourage you. I think they're getting a paper trail together because they're gonna target those people. He stay getting targeted. Like they done went and got him on weapons charges, racket. They done got him on a few charges. That's all bullshit. And they do go fund me. They get the money. They get them out, but they stay fucking with these people, of course, just like they did with the Panthers, you know, back in the day. So they just got to be brave and be ready. This one chick, I don't think you showed me to her. She's a Yale Harvard. I mean, not Harvard. She's a Yale alum, and she said they tried to make her look crazy, which she is a little extreme, but they tried to make her look super crazy because she had pretty much said, she says what she says without catering to, you know, white tears and feelings. And I think she had said one time, you probably heard about a chick that said she fantasized about shooting white. She basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The professor.
Yeah. Her. So they done took her page down a couple of times. So I was looking. You know how I leave tabs up on the computer sometimes?
Yeah.
I had left a tab up, right? And I saw her post, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be her last post. And so I left it on that page because I already knew what to expect. So I did right to open the new tab. No such page. I was like, oh, they ain't gonna let that fly at all. I was like, I knew that. I recorded it. I screen recorded it.
Did you get the 505 and 404 message, or did it just said no page?
It just said no page. I was like, they emptied it. They didn't put her attention. They stopped that page. But this is what it said. I was hollering.
We need to stop saying systemic and institutional racism because white people got all creative again to find another way to be victimized. I don't know what is happening. I'm trapped in systemic racism that does not let me escape. They want us to know that they are innocent victims in a big, bad, scary world. So, same narrative. What does systemic racism mean? I know, it means everything. Everywhere. Institutions, all persons, places, things, all nouns. Yeah, so all white people are racist. Not all white people are racist. You can't say that. What they're thinking is, not me. I'm the exception. I'm special. Every white person thinks that they are the unique exception to the rule, that it's not them. That is their racism. Hey, your exceptionalism and your need to give me this clause is the marker of your racism. It's how you avoid responsibility all day, every day. Thank God racism is systemic. No one has to individually deal. Own it. All white people are racist.
So you're saying that this isn't on anymore?
Yeah.
And when was it posted?
The whole page just gone.
Yeah, but when was that posted?
Yesterday. I just still had the tab.
Is that Instagram? So her whole Instagram is gone?
After this one.
What's her name? Because I think I have followed her.
Yeah.
Would it show up in mine?
She is gone. You ain't gonna find her. Yeah, I think she'd be told. I think she'd be completely gone.
Because I was like, where did she get her her stuff from? Being Indian.
Yeah, they gon' really. I think she's at the point where she just over it and don't care. It's like whatever. You know.
But she rolling harder than black people.
She going so hard because she's sick of that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. I wonder where she got it from.
Where she got sick?
No, where she got sick of their shit from.
She
Like
went to Yale, so.
I know, but I'm just curious what her experiences were to make her.
Right.
Was it on the level
Right.
of them debating? You know, feel like they know everything.
Right.
They're so fucking intelligent,
Right.
and she was like, nah.
Right.
Or was it something else?
Right.
Was it the students? Was it the faculty?
Right.
Was it the
everything
curriculum? Like.
Was it before she got to Yale? Did it get worse?
Right.
Did it intensify?
Right.
When did it intensify?
Right.
Yeah.
The problem is not just the educated white people or the uneducated white people. It's the white people in general.
She be right. She be right. And she right about systemic racism. So now they can blame the system. It's not them. You know what I mean?
Where do they think the system came from?
Where they think the system came from. But,
We
yeah.
make the system.
Yeah. And I went back to, because you know how I know that they like to make truth tellers sound crazy. Even if they have just gone extreme because they fed up. So I went back to see what the statement they come out. She said she want to, you know, she fantasized about shooting white people in the head. What she said was she had just had fantasies about unapologetically shooting white people that get in her way.
Yeah, I remember it was out of context, but
it was, but I can see how they could use that.
And you're like, oh, if that was turned around, and then
Yeah.
you know.
Well, it is turned around. I mean, yeah, that's my response to them saying, if it was turned around, it is turned around every day. Y'all just have no consequences. So this seems extreme. Snowflake.
I still don't know they snowflake shit.
You don't know it?
Yeah, like, who's the snowflake? What does it mean? Like,
oh, just so tender and sensitive and gentle like a bitch.
oh.
You melt and triggered at everything,
Just like
everything.
Breath.
Yeah.
Heat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But a snowflake can last forever in the fucking freezing cold.
And winter is coming.
And winter is coming.
I'm never a snowflake.
I guess. I don't know. Am I? Well, I ain't no bitch, but
I'm Ice Cube and today was a good motherfucking day. What? I know you probably are, but you leave your work clothes in the hall. In soup to connoisseurs.
Sending your hips up to the sky. Make sure your knees are staying hip width distance.
Take off that body shaper and show us what you're really working with. I trust you. I trust you.
Slowly.
Because you got a real body.
With your left
Maybe this
knee.
is shit. Maybe like, oh, I love when she do this. If he takes his spot back out there on his back, I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't you fall out back there where we can't see. He said, namaste, y'all. Yeah, some other shit.
some LinkedIn.
Yeah, some shit going on. And he has built enough of a following for it to matter.
Yeah.
That
And
they,
it just goes to show you just talk to the right person.
Yeah.
And it no laws or nothing mean anything.
The day after that, somebody else emailed me from the platform saying that they were very sorry that this had happened, sorry for the inconvenience. But I am grateful to that person who obviously pulled a few strings. But let's think about this here. I have a platform online, I make videos. Life is for living, we must enjoy it while we can.
Yeah.
So I'm going to finish with a quote from the end of that fantastic movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now go, shoo, get out of here, go and enjoy the next couple of days. We'll speak again very soon.
good for him. I see him realizing that the more he is a voice for people that don't have it, the bigger his voice becomes. It's kind of that theory I tell people, the best way to be most effectively selfish is to be unselfish. And so in him, like, for example, not choosing potentially to not go back to that platform because fuck them. And not even, and even aside from fuck them, because that's personal. But him saying, well, what about people, that's just one of my followers. What if he wasn't following? It's people that's telling the truth
To today's talk, it's
that will never have that power.
31st of October.
So they certainly don't have any means by which to.
People that get
fight it.
severely ill,
So,
hospitalised.
well, because he didn't
die
even
after
until that
vaccination.
person showed up.
Quite an important- Now,
Unless
to
it was them in the first place
data on
that came in
this,
the comments
CDC
like they've been following him.
that,
And they was like, because
the
if we get this
authorities
guy,
in
he
the
got a
UK
big
don't
following
publish
now. He
data on
might
this.
fuck